Good evening and welcome to another live stream from beautiful Abruzzo here at a home in Italy. How's everybody doing this week? Have you noticed 3 weeks on the trot? I haven't cancelled the show for 3 weeks on the trot. Pretty good, that, isn't it? I like to think so. I like to think so. Hope everybody's doing well. Let us know where you are in the world. Start chatting away on the chat box, just so I know that I'm not talking to myself, which I like to do as well sometimes. But yeah, let us know where you are in the world. Let us know what's going off in your life, and write a few comments. So tonight we've got a catch-up and Q&A. So what exactly is that? We've got a couple that's been on a few times, or been on twice, I think now. This will be their third time, who've got some news to share with this fabulous community about a certain elective residency visa that they applied for. Did they get it? Didn't they get it? You'll find out later, because they're coming on. They're going to be on in about 15 minutes. And what we thought we'd do then is you can feel free to ask some questions to them. We can open the Q&A, ask whatever questions you want. And obviously while they're on, they can tell you the stages they're at, how they got there and all the rest of it. And we can go from there. So that's what's happening this evening. We've also got Tony the Kazakh producer. He's on as well this evening. Here he is. Evening, sir.
Evening.
Notice,
are you well?
The theme of the hat is still going.
Yes.
Or the hat theme.
It's a lucky hat now.
Is it? Is that what it is? Have you got it slightly? Yeah. Should you not turn it around? Should we not see the pattern? Oh no, it's patterned all around, isn't it?
It's patterned all around.
Let's put your head down. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a bit like my grandma's old biscuit tin.
Oh, we'll go wrong way.
It is. It's just
Very
like
posh.
it didn't quite sort of go to a point like that, but there you go. So you could use that as if you make a cake or something like that, you could cover it with that.
Yeah.
And, present it like that. Okay. Well, we'll see you a little bit later. You've been fantastic as usual. So what have we got tonight? We've got a few different things going on tonight. We have got obviously the Q&A. We've got a stunning photo of the week, along with late cheers. And then this week, unfortunately, Domenico is not here. So we have a new thing that's going to be called Tony's Italian Lessons. And he's looking completely confused because he's no idea what I'm doing anyway. But yeah, it's going to be basically Tony's Italian. But he's going to come on shortly and read something from a famous film, as usual, completely in Italian. And then because Domenico's not here to do it in English later on, we're going to let Tony break it down and slowly reveal the phrase in English, and then first one to guess the film. So see, you get a bit of everything on this show. You learn things, you learn in Italian. We're all together as a community. It's just fantastic, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. Troy, Tony rocked. Now that is what? Oh, now that is out of the way. Hi everyone, under 80 days to Predsa, and I'm sure Predsa is really looking forward to you coming back as well, Troy. Anyway, I'm sure they are. So we've got all that this evening. What else have we got to talk? I'm going to talk about the tours. Obviously, I've got to mention the tours as I usually do. Let me just show you a few pictures. We've got the tours coming back again in March, April, May. Let me give you some dates if Tony doesn't mind me taking over the screen. Grandma's Old Biscuit Tin. Good name for a band, I think, isn't it? I think it's a really good name. Okay, so we've got the autumn. What's happening here, Tom? You're supposed to put the... Hey, that's it. 26th, 27th of March, 23rd, 24th of April, 28th and 29th of May. All available to book now if you go to www.ahomeinitaly.com and click on tours. And then we also have the autumn dates, 24th and 25th of September, and October the 22nd and 23rd. So the tours that we've mentioned before, always fantastic. We get a great group of people. I think I think March has got 22 people, somewhere around about that on there. So it should be a great size tour. There are still a couple of seats left if anybody wants to do that. We get together with a group, we eat together, we drink together, we do everything together for a couple of days. This is the group at one of the restaurants where we stay in Pacentro. That's Pacentro in the distance. Excuse my telephone that's just beeped in the background, very unprofessional of me. And then we've got, here's the group on a bridge in the middle of the road in Riano, which we like to do a little bit of that kind of stuff as well, a bit of daredevil stuff, you know, as we're going around. And then we've got pictures from, this is Palombaro with stunning Penepiedimonte in the background. Let's have a look. We've got Vittorito. We've got a bit of everything. So we go around showing everybody the obviously the towns, the kind of houses that we've got available at the time, and it's just a great way of getting to know Abruzzo and getting to know the property market. So if you are interested in that, make sure you go on the website, book your tickets. As I say, there are about, I think there's 2 spaces left on March. It does say on the website that there's more, but I think there's only 2 left on March. So if you're interested in that, book away and get onto the website. Also, really happy today that the Patreons have seen some fantastic properties today that won't be coming out on video for a while. Patreons obviously get early access to things, but we've got a couple of agent videos of some houses that are absolutely fantastic. So if you're interested in joining Patreon and getting early access to all of our videos, not only that do you get early access, but you also get some exclusive content like today. 2 amazing properties. I did a little bit of publicity on Facebook and a little bit on YouTube, but they get to see them today, and they really are people from Patreon need to buy them. They're absolutely amazing properties. And you also get access to our new forum, which is gaining popularity. There's a lot of people that I need to add to the forum, which I'm going to be doing over the next week. So there's a few people trying to get on that's having problems, but I will help all those next week. But we should have a fantastic community on there over the next few weeks. I think there's just around about 100 people on there at the moment. This is a mix of people that have already got properties out here, and also people that are looking to buy properties out here. And the idea of the forum is just to have a community for people to share contacts with, to share places to go and visit and all that kind of thing. So it's great, and it's all part of the Patreon packages. So I would definitely have a look at Patreon and just see the kind of things that's going off on there. There is a cost to Patreon, but just to give you one example, we're teaming up with an insurance guy who's going to give all Patreon members 10% off insurance. And it's a genuine 10%. There's no commission coming to us. He said that it was a genuine 10% commission that will come off to anybody that's on our Patreon page that's part of the forum. So at the cost of, there's 2 packages. There's one at €10 a month if you just want access to the forum and a couple of other things. We have a WhatsApp group as well. Then there's one at €15 per month where you get all the early access and everything else. But just that 10% from the insurance guy is going to help towards probably half of those costs. And then we're going to be getting other things. We're getting some deals from restaurants and tile places and all that kind of thing. So it's all good stuff. It's really gonna, now it seems to be up and running and working. We're going to really start working on that. So hopefully more of you are going to join us on that. What else have we got? Let's do, it's time for, what's it time for? Tony, have you disappeared? Is it? Oh no, it's still there. It's all right. Let's do stunning photo of the week. So tonight's stunning photo of the week is actually being sent to me by the person who's coming, or one of the couple that's coming on the show tonight, because this is a stunning photo. I've held on to it for a while because I was hoping they were coming on, and here it is. Let me find it, and it is a stunning photo of a week, isn't it? Just look at that, absolutely fantastic photograph. Not sure if that's taken from their roof terrace. We'll ask them then when they come on. I think not sure looking at that if it is or not, but anyway, we will ask them. But that's obviously Faro San Martino, and that is sunset in Faro San Martino. What a great photograph. So thank you, Dennis, and I will thank you personally when you come on the show very shortly. But absolutely brilliant photo. That is the stunning photo of the week. Please keep sending your photos in. It doesn't have to be in Italy. It doesn't have to be in Abruzzo. It can be anywhere, wherever you are. Just send me a stunning photo. That's all we're looking for. It can be a fun photo. It can be whatever you like. But just send me a photograph, and hopefully we can show it on here. Ciao, Paul and Chris. Buffalo. What was that? Buffalo Babes. Was that Buffalo Babes, Tom? Buffalo Babes. Well, there you go. I'd like to get to know more about that. Anyway, so let's move on. Stunning photo of the bit. How do I take this off now? How do I do this? Oh, there you go. There we go. We're back. Okay, so it is time for... Yes, I know, Tony. I know. It's time for your little. It does like his little segments, don't you? You do.
Yeah, well, I do like to know what I'm actually supposed to be doing.
Yeah, but then it's not a surprise. If you know, it's not a surprise, and we all like a surprise. So this evening, it's
Yes.
called this Tony's Italian Lessons.
You make it up as you go along.
I know, but that's what I'm good at. So basically, what we're going to do is this week. The theme is horror, and remember, I can't remember the scores now from last week. I think
You're losing, I think.
I think it's something like 2-1. It's quite close.
No, I don't know about that.
So we're going to step it up a little bit this week.
I think it's 2.5 to half.
No, the halves disappeared because the judges decided that it was mine.
Okay.
Right, I'm going to send you this. So you're going to. This is from a horror film. So just to let everybody know, it is horror. Hold on 1 second, and you're going to say it in your best Italian. Then later on, when you come back on, we're going to break it down, and you're going to try and understand it in English. You're going to do it. I'll give you a few hints, and then people can. Have you frozen? Look like why we just sat like that?
Waiting for your message.
Well, it's your telephone. It's one of those.
No, I'm just waiting for your message. You've not sent it.
Terrible telephone. Has it come through?
Yep.
Okay, so when you're ready in your best Italian. So remember, everybody, this is a horror film, and no guessing the film until later on in the show when he comes back on and explains it all in English to you. Okay.
Okay.
Go.
Ho incontrato questo bambino di 6 anni con un viso vuoto, pallido e privo di emozioni e gli occhi più neri del mondo, gli occhi del diavolo. Ho capito che Ciao che viveva dietro gli occhi di quel bambino era puramente e semplicemente il male.
That wasn't actually bad.
Wasn't it?
I don't
You
like
sure?
to give you, as you know, I don't like to give you too much confidence, obviously. But that wasn't bad at all. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I must say, my mother-in-law watches you. This is her favorite part and thinks you're absolutely useless.
Oh, well, yeah.
No, she didn't quite say it like that. I just added a little bit.
I always get mixed up with my glees. And do I say glee or do I say lee?
No, exactly as you just said it then, Lee. But you have to have like it's a strange pronunciation, but you did it well. Yeah, pretty good that time. Not bad at all.
Thank you very much.
When you come back on later, we're going to break it down bit by bit, and you can translate it into English for everybody to see who gets it. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, it's been great seeing you
Perfect.
again. Thanks for coming. Well, there you go. Can anybody get it? Is David Palladino in town? Is he anywhere to be seen? Because he's the only one.
I promise I won't interrupt you very much either.
Thank you. If David Palladino's around, he's the only one on earth that understands Tony's pure Italian. So if he's watching tonight, then I'll allow you to guess. You've got my WhatsApp number. Send it on here, and let me know. Let me know if you've got it. Okay, so let's introduce. Hold your questions for a while because I want to have a quick chat with Dennis and Vivian. And then you can start asking questions. Hopefully you will, because if you remember how this works, the Q&A, I actually need some Q's before we can give some A's. So start thinking about some of the questions that you're going to ask, and obviously you can speak to them about the process they've been going through for visas and that kind of thing as well. But let's just start the conversation rolling, and then send your questions in. If not, Tony has to look through all the chats as you're going along, and some of the questions get lost. So if you just wait a short amount of time while we get talking to them, and then you can start asking some questions, and Tony will put them on as we go along. Okay, Tony's pointing at something. Ciao from Montreal. You've improved, Tony. Maurizio, don't sort of encourage him. No, that was pretty good today. It was pretty good. Okay, have we still got the Tony's Italian lesson thing? Let's get rid of that. There you go. Okay, so introducing them, I just want to show you a couple of photographs first. Well, the first photograph that Dennis sent me with his cheesy grin on was this one. And this was, I'm just doing a little introduction before I bring them on. This was outside the Consolato Generale d'Italia. So obviously the Italian consulate, where they were all excited to go for their interview. And then they had their interview. I'm sure they don't mind me they're going to go into it much more than me. And then I received a video because I know that I knew they'd been, and I said, please make sure that you contact me as soon as you know something. And this is the very moment that Vivian opened the envelope to see what happened. So just take a look and listen to this.
What you got, Vivi?
Passports.
Tilly, yeah.
Can you find yours?
Wait.
Mine's right here.
Okay, open it up. Do you see a V?
Oh my gosh, oh.
Congratulations! Look at Dennis.
What you got, Vivi?
What a fantastic video that was. I was so happy when they sent that through. So you can imagine what the response was. And let's bring them both on now so they can tell you in person. Good evening. Can you hear me? Good evening. I thought you'd gone mute on me then. I couldn't hear you. So what can we say? Where are you now? Just tell everybody where you are in the world.
We're back in Italy. We're in Rome. We just got here today.
So you've traveled all this way, and then you agreed to come on this show. That's very nice of you. Dennis looks like he wants to fall to sleep. You might have to just hold him up a little bit.
We left Houston yesterday and got here at 2 p.m. today. So we're at a B&B that we frequent here, our favorite little place near Fiumicino. So about 5 minutes from the airport. Tomorrow we'll take the bus back to Abruzzo.
Superb. So obviously I said that video was fantastic as well. I loved it when you sent that through. I was so excited for you. It was superb. Tell us the story. When you applied for your visa, just give us the whole thing.
Well, many people might remember we had decided to go through the Houston, Texas consulate, and we had made residency in the state of Texas because we had heard a lot of good things about the Houston consulate and how they were very quick and very, I guess, easier to get an appointment and so forth. So we had gotten a tip from some people that if you sign on midnight Rome on Wednesday, that it would be 5 p.m. in Texas on Wednesday. So we actually signed on to look for our appointment. It was Christmas Eve, December 24th, never forget it. 12:01. I was already in bed, visions of sugar plums and Santa coming, and Viv was hollering in the other room. I got in, we got an appointment. So that was our 12:01 a.m. on Christmas Day gift.
So you were over here, weren't you, at the time? You were here.
Yeah, we were at home in Farah.
So
They
just
said
to get
they
this,
refreshed the appointments at 5 o'clock in Houston on Wednesdays. That was the tip.
so sorry, let's go over that again then. So obviously you tried to get appointments before and you couldn't get them. So somebody told you if you do it at Houston time, 5 p.m. on a Wednesday, what happens then? Sorry, because we missed what you said.
They refresh the schedule, I guess, and bring up new appointments. So that's what we did. But we'd been trying for months before that, literally.
But
nearly every day.
So that was our Christmas gift, and that appointment was set for January 22nd. So we left here January 18th, flew to Houston, spent a couple of days there getting our packets fine-tuned and getting copies made and passport photos and, of course, our money orders and so forth for the post office. And then we had our appointment on the 22nd of January, which was a Thursday.
So just before you carry on with that, so obviously you did all this yourself, didn't you? You didn't sort of use these people that like to charge thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and so you did
consult a person. We did do a consultation at one time, and Actually, you were like, please, please don't do this.
Yeah. So we decided to do it on our own. And if everybody, each consulate has the list, and I believe the list is the same. If you just go down the list and make sure that you have everything that's on that list, then I think you're going to be in pretty good shape. We obviously knew there were other things forthcoming that weren't to be required, like medical insurance, for instance. That's not on the list with the consulate, but it is once you get here and you apply for the permiso with the visa. They do require the insurance. So we went ahead and did that. We did put in, obviously our income from the States and our, our retirement, but also we did put in our upcoming Social Security and upcoming, hopefully, rental from the other unit that we bought in Guadagrille.
Yeah.
So
just
all of those.
If I could just stop, sorry to interrupt, but I know lots of people are going to be to ask this. So without getting personal, because obviously your finances have nothing to do with any of us, we all know that there's an amount that these places want. So are you saying that you could include some of your future things then? So maybe I could be wrong, but let's say if you were slightly under that, but you had some future things coming in, is that right?
Okay, the current money that we get was more than enough to meet the basically, in US terms, we're talking close to $70,000. We're talking 62,000 euros. So given the rate, it's about 70K US per year. So we already had that covered, but we additionally added in the projected income from our Social Security, which will start next October and November. And then also we provided documentation that we had purchased a second home for rental purposes, and this was our projected income. One thing that we did do is we went to a professional CPA in Texas, laid it all out for them, and they wrote it out in a very nice format on their letterhead, proof of financial means. So that
for those outside of the US, what is the CPA? Just is that like an accountant or?
Yeah, certified public accountant. Yeah.
Right.
So that person was in Texas, and we reckoned that having that wouldn't hurt. So we added that to our packet, and of course other things. We went and visited our mayor at Ferrer San Martino, sat down and had a nice meeting with him, showed him our tax records that we had actually paid property taxes last June in Ferrer. And, we've been to many events in the town, and, he knows us, and he asked us, show me a couple of your utility bills. So he wrote us a nice thing, official stamp on a letterhead from the mayor of Ferrer San Martino. So, and then we had some really nice letters. Our great friends and family in Ferrer, Nikki and Carmine, they wrote us a nice letter, and we added all of that extra fluff to the packet. We figured that it couldn't hurt. So although there is a list, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, that you need to supply, you can add also other things to make it more attractive.
Yeah. So Peter just saying, did you get an apartment in Texas to qualify, or did you? I'm presuming were you already there in Texas? Were you already in?
We rented a room from my sister who lives in Coppell, just outside of Dallas. So they wrote us a nice little Chat GPT, what do you call it, rental agreement. And there was one other requirement. We needed rental insurance. We needed to carry some rental insurance. So I think we spent like $100 on a 1-year rental thing. And we took our Guam driver's license into Texas Motor Vehicles, and we walked out that same day with Texas driver's license. So we were able to use the Texas consulate.
Superb. So if anybody wants to know who Dennis's sister is, then contact us and we'll put you in. We could get a good business deal.
She's gonna love that.
Let's make a deal. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll sort it out. Yeah. Just send me your contact details. I'll take care of the rest. No problem. So do you think, so we've written, Mark is just saying, sir, with the mayor, we did the same thing. Our Syndico wrote a great letter. I think it is it is a great thing to have this fluff, as you say it. Now, just tell us, because obviously we don't know. I'm presuming you don't know whether they read any of that or not, but you put all that together.
Well, actually, she did read every letter right there at our interview.
Did she really? So tell us
Yeah.
then what happened. So you had separate interviews, or give us the full thing of when you went in and what it was like, what they said, and that kind of thing.
Well, they're very strict with their time they open. So we go in, you go through a security, and then you just go to a waiting room until they call your name. And I was first. I went to the desk and I slid the packet through with our passports, and well, it's only my passport. And she slowly went through the checklist. I had marked and thumbnailed every item as it was shown on the website. And she went through everything, but every letter, reference letter, the letter from the mayor, from Carmen and Nikki, she read all of it
Really?
right there in front of me. Yeah.
So
that-
I mean, obviously that it must have helped. I know you had the ink. I know you'd got everything else sorted, but these things must, it must mean something to add these extra bits in. Definitely.
Yeah. And we've been told, don't ask any questions. Wait for them to ask you. Wait for them to get through the packet before you ask any questions. What did she ask me?
I think additionally the fact that we had purchased our first home and that we had been in there since June 1st, and then we purchased a second home. I think they saw, and we provided documentation. I mean, we literally closed with you on Friday or Thursday, and we left on a Friday. So we left Italy the day after we closed the GG property. But I attached that deed and that second property to our packet. So, I'm sure that they look at that and say, oh, these people are serious. They bought 2 homes, they're all in. We bought the medical insurance policy ahead of time. We provided way above and beyond what they required. And, we can't help but think that helped. But yeah, she was very thorough in the examination of the documents. And then they basically, when we walked out, she said to Vivian, you should hear from us within a couple of weeks, which was, we heard horror stories of months and months and months of waiting.
Yeah, I was shocked by that.
Yeah, we were amazed at how fast and how fast it came back to us.
So Vivian, you went in first. I mean, obviously they know that you're together, so they don't. I find it strange that they don't actually do, both of you together. They're not. It'd be a bit unfair if they let one of you in and not the other. But so
the thought crossed my mind.
I was worried.
Yeah,
I thought I'm going to live in Texas and Viv's going to live in Abruzzo.
Vivian, I did try. I did call them at the embassy, but they obviously let him through. So I'm sorry about that. I obviously didn't try enough. So it's so once you handed everything over, they took your passports then.
Yes, and then they fingerprint you, and that's it.
Right.
Yeah, literally the whole thing was about 15 minutes per person.
Yeah, it was very quick, very efficient, but
Yep.
she was very thorough in going through the packet.
Okay.
And she did say, if anything else is requested or needed, they'll email you. We never received an email, so that was good news. No news is good news.
Yeah.
That's what we thought on that. So I was in the same room, basically sitting on a bench behind Vivian, so I could hear the conversation. I could see what was going on. I could see her going through the paperwork. And then when it was my turn, it was actually a little bit quicker because we had mirror image, packets, except
Right.
for, documentation, birth certificate, passport,
Yeah.
those things were different. But then the questions that she had for me were specifically about, okay, how long did you live in Guam, and you sold your house and your business and you no longer own that, and this is your form of income, your annuity. And, I was very forthcoming with all of that information, 100% just honest. And she said, okay, well, so you don't own a home anywhere else? I said, no, we're renting a home in Texas, just, until we get through this process, but we basically live in Fair San Martino already. So I think they were you know, she was super, super nice. And I believe the same lady who did our interview, she was the one who went over our packets and then sent us our visas.
Really? You think she did everything altogether? Didn't get passed on from her then?
No, yeah, she actually said to me that she was going to be the one doing it. So yeah.
Right. Yeah, it seems to be different. 'Cause I'm reading some of the things that Mark's saying. Mark and Nade, they obviously had a different thing to you. They didn't have an interview like yourselves. But so just as part of your income, then you I think you mentioned this on the show before. I think it was yourself or somebody else that had said to buy an annuity to help sort of boost income and things like that. Did you obviously you show pensions and everything else, but you also they were happy to accept all the income that you sent in?
Yeah, basically when we sold our house and property in Guam, we did two deals. We did one for the house and the property, and the second deal was a long-term purchase to own contract for our 3 businesses that we sold. So
Right.
They're paying us that annuity over the next 10 years with a balloon payment at the end.
Right.
So they saw that, you know, that matches the way above the amount that they required. And,
Superb.
you know, not just for 5 years, but for 10 years. And I think they just want to make sure that you are able to support yourself.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people on the chats and so forth, or they think that that's an exorbitant amount of money, even though you own your home. I mean, for us, for instance, we own the home. So, and we have no debt, 0 debt. So really our only expenses are our groceries and our utility bills and, you know, just our play money and money for vino. So, you know, I don't know how they look.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
super
Very affordable.
excellent. Excellent. Yeah, I mean, some people do think that they need to, that they've got a lot of money in their account, and they think that should get them through. But obviously, if we could have 10 million in a bank account, but then again, we could buy a boat tomorrow that's 10 million and get rid of it all. So it does have to be the income, doesn't it, that you're giving them?
Yeah,
So,
and the houses, you know, you could own 10 houses, but the 10 houses, I mean, if you're renting them, that's one form of income, definitely.
Yeah.
And it's a taxable form of income. And it's something that, you know, us living here on the visa, we're allowed to do.
yeah.
But yeah, they just basically want to see that you're making enough to support yourself and not be a drain on the society, I believe.
Yeah. Superb. So how long was it then once you got that? I mean, when the envelope came out, it's already a good sign. So I've been told many times when they take your passports. Watching the video, you know, obviously you were still not 100% certain. But how long did it take from you walking out the door to the visa coming?
Well, we had our appointment, like we mentioned, on the 22nd of January. And we had a little hack from Bridget and Rob that, of course, you have a tracking number on that prepaid U.S. Postal Service envelope that you give them to mail it back. So after a week to 10 days, we just started checking daily. And it was on February 11th, which was really quickly, that Viv saw that package was tracking and heading our way. So we got word that the package was on its way to us, our envelope with our passports in it. It was the only thing that it could be. On the 11th, we received them on Friday the 13th, which is, you know, just, it's not even a month, a little over 3 weeks. I think it was 3 weeks to the day that we got them back, which is super fast.
Superb. The lady on the video at the end, is that your sister by any chance?
Yeah, my sister Kelly, she was standing
so we
by
know what she
waiting.
looks. So once we rent that room out, then in a house, at least we know what she looks like.
Yeah, exactly. No, they were thrilled for us because, yeah, if we didn't get it, I was just going to have to live with them for another, 3 months.
2 months.
I thought that congratulations sounded a bit more sort of great. Congratulate. When are you going? Type of congratulations. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy can eat groceries. You got to get him out of here.
Brilliant. So now, and then you came straight to Italy. And what's the plan now? What's the future? What does the future look like for Dennis and Vivian?
Well, we have 8 days once we get back to Farah tomorrow, actually from today, to get our yellow applications turned in. And then just at that point, they'll give us our appointment date for our permisso, and the ball is rolling after that. So I've
And you're
never
gonna
heard
stay-
of anybody
you're
not
staying
getting
here?
permisso after you get the visa.
Right. So
Yeah,
you're staying
we're
here for
not
the
going
foreseeable
anywhere.
future.
Yeah, we're not leaving.
Well,
Unless we have to.
we've been told you can't leave Italy until you get your permesso.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
No, I think you can, and in special circum. I think it's more if once you've got your date. No, I do believe you can. I think I'll double check with Silvana. She does that kind of thing more than what I do, but I'm fairly certain that you can still go, because I remember one of our clients, his brother wasn't well at all and hasn't been well, and he managed to go back and come back again. So I don't think there's a restriction of you staying here. There's nobody takes your passports or anything like that. But double check, obviously. But I don't think there's a restriction for that. I think it's just if you come and then want to claim residency here, and then you go somewhere for 6 months or 7 months, then there's obviously going to be questions to say, what are you doing? Why are you in and out the country like that? But no, I don't think there's any. I don't think you. I'm sure that you can.
If we back up a few months, Dave, you remember where there was the CIF office in Casile,
Yes,
and some, CAF office in Casile that there was some misinformation and so forth floating around.
yes,
But we do intend to go there on Monday and have them help us, because for a fee, we prepare it and put their stamp on it, and then help you with the postal stamp, and then turning it into the post office and stuff. So we're at that point now, and that's I think what we wanted to make sure everybody understood, is that at that point, once you have the visa in your passport, then you can go to that CAF office, and they'll assist you in getting the yellow packet turned in and so forth. And then I think after that, we wait for the police to come and inspect to make sure that we actually live there. And we go.
Yeah, it doesn't always happen, but and the police down in Faro San Martino are the guys from Palombaro. So and so whether it happens, we'll see see what happens. But, that's a hell of a ringtone. But yeah, we'll see.
The bees are buzzing. Yeah,
we'll see what happens with that. It's supposed to do that, but whether they do or not. But yeah, the CAF, the CAF, is a bit like the Citizens Advice Bureau. I don't know if you have something similar to that in the US, but yeah, they're here to help out for things like that, which is great. So I think just to go talk about the misinformation, as you said, that came before. I think the problem was there was somebody in Palombaro, and I'm not going to mention names or anything, but there was somebody advising people such as yourselves to just go to the CAF office, fill out the forms, and then you've got permission to stay until your appointment. And then when you get there, say, well, I haven't got a permesso di soggiorno, but can I do it while I'm here? This particular person was making it out that could all be done here, which just cannot happen, And we questioned it. Silvana was in the immigration office the day after all of this came out in Palombaro, and what this person had said. And she said, what will happen if somebody turns up without the permesso di soggiorno? And the lady just put a huge red cross on a piece of paper and showed it and said, that's what will happen, and they'll be sent away. So yeah, but you've done it the right way, which is perfect, and everything is good. So you're staying here for the foreseeable future. You can't imagine yourselves going back to the US.
We've had enough of that long traveling and going back and forth. I mean, not to mention as everybody can imagine, and some people are very familiar with the fact that it costs a lot of money to fly back to the States, and then you have to rent a place, and then you have meals and all of the other bills and stuff inside the U.S. It costs a lot more money than it does here in Italy. So we're locked in. We're ready to just start our long-term stay there in Fera and go from there. Of course, like we mentioned, we do have the new rental property. So we happen to, oversee that and, help to take care of issues there, watch after that place. And
so we've said, just to let everybody know, I know you're dying to plug it, so I'll do it for you. Just so. So you've got you bought another property in Guardia Grail, which is a fantastic town, and there's public transport and everything there. And your intention for that is to rent it out and ideally rent it out long term if somebody's wanting to. Obviously, we'll help with the contracts as far as getting people's visa, the information needed for visa applications. But the idea is that you're going to do this for people to go in there long term. Anybody that doesn't want to buy yet but that wants to rent, and that will then help them get their residency visa. Is that correct? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I think a lot of people, don't want to buy right away. They want to get a long-term rental and then decide whether or not they want to continue renting or buy a place. So that's a good option. If you're here and you're renting, then it gives you time to, get with you and get on your tours and look at your places that you have available and decide on whether or not to go into purchase a home or just continue to rent one.
Superb. So I'm going to do the video on that next week. So, but if anybody is watching and thinks, because the last video I did for somebody that wanted to rent out, the rental property went straight away. So if anybody is in internet land and wanting to rent this out, the video for that, I should have looked at this before I go. Can you remember when I think I've only done one in Guardia Grel. I put the video on, was it November time or December time?
Yep. It's the one from GG that shows, it was a $99,000.
It was before Christmas.
€99,000 property in Guardia. Yeah, so you'll see that.
It was before Christmas, wasn't it? It was before Christmas when it went on, I'm sure. But I'm sure it was either November or December. So if anybody does want to rent long term and you want to have a quick sneak look before I do a video, then have a look. Contact us at info@thehomeinitaly.com. And obviously I'll put you straight through. We don't get involved. You just deal everything with Dennis and Vivian, agree the prices, whatever that needs to be done. And then obviously we can help to register the contracts then. So you've got the official stamp from the tax office here in Italy that you will then need to go over to for when you claim for your residency visa. So if anybody's interested, send us an email, info@homeinitaly.com. I'll put you straight through to these guys, deal with them. And then we'll go there. Is that a big enough plug? Is that all right? Is that
yeah,
okay?
thanks. No, it as you know, you've been there. It's an incredible property, and I mean, if I would have seen that property before I bought the Fair place, I know Nikki's going to be. She's livid when I talk. She says, "No, you're not moving to Guardia," but that is, I would live in that home. That's an amazing property.
It is.
Vaulted ceilings. It's an amazing place.
Beautiful, and it's great because it's got some outside space as well. So it's and the other great thing is Guardia Grel. I mean, a fantastic town, isn't it? There's everything you need there. There's a hospital there. There's public transport there. You can easily get around on buses from there. The town is superb, isn't it? It's they have a great market on a Sunday. So it's anybody looking for that kind of thing, have a look at the video and get in touch with us. Somebody's just asking me, just see who it is that's asking, Troy, was the math on the income requirements based on gross or net income?
Gross income.
Okay, perfect, excellent. Well, that answers that one. Okay, so if anybody, I don't think anybody, Tony, has any more questions for these guys? No, so I'll let them go. Okay, you have a relax. You do look tired, Dennis, I must say. Vivian looks completely full of life and everything else.
She had a nap.
I'm expecting you back in full form, ready for some drinking sessions, and we're definitely going to have a bit of a get together, and we'll go out for a pizza or something, maybe to Villetta, and
we're ready for the pool party.
Yeah, well, you can come. It's got about that much water in it at the minute, but you're more than welcome. Super.
We're very excited. We're super excited, and again, Dave, you guys, you've hit multiple home runs for Vivian and I, and we will always be greatly indebted to your professionalism and everything that you and your lovely wife have done for us. So
it's really
we couldn't have done it without you. That's for sure.
I'm just so happy. It's your story is one that hopefully we hear many of them, but it's just brilliant that you're here and you're here where you want to be. So you've done everything. You've been on the tour. You've been on Patreon. You've bought the house. You bought another house. You've gone through your elective. There's nothing else to do. Oh no, we need to rent this place out, and then I think we're about. I think that's it. More than that, I don't think you can do.
I do have to mention one more thing, Tony. I love your Willie Nelson shirt. I don't know if you see that I've got Johnny Cash on tonight.
Let's bring him on.
That's a great Great choice. Two of my favorite country artists, and just coming hot off of Texas.
Exactly.
I'm all about
Exactly.
Cowboy
Can't be a lot
boots
better.
and-
And Chris
Well, you-
Christopherson. I do love Chris Christopherson as well. So.
There you go.
Usually Tony's taste in music is horrendous. It's a bit like he's an artist as well, Tony. You wouldn't, but I mean, he's a different type of artist. I'm not going to say what I think, but yeah, his taste is usually horrendous. But okay, I'll let you off on that one.
Thank you.
You're
It
welcome.
ain't country, it ain't music.
Superb. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for giving up the time, especially the fact that you've been traveling all night as well. Have a brilliant time in Rome. Oh no, you're coming back tomorrow, aren't you? You're coming back home tomorrow to Farah, yeah?
Yeah,
Yes.
We'll take the bus to Lanciano, and then Carmen and Nikki are going to pick us up and then bring us home. So by this time tomorrow night, we'll be having a meal in Farah. And
Yeah, I read. So you're invited round to Cameron and Nikki, yeah. So that's tomorrow night is going to be wine. You'll be going up onto their roof terrace, I'm guessing, and having a few drinks.
Absolutely.
Superb. Have a fantastic time, and we'll see you. We'll see you really soon as well. We'll get together and have a pizza or something. See you
Grazie
soon.
mille.
Thanks again. See you soon. Bye. Bye. Okay. Absolutely superb. What a brilliant couple. What a great story. What can we say? It's all worked out perfectly for them, which I think is fantastic. You may need to turn your computer off, guys, if you've because I can still see you. I don't want. Oh, yeah. I was worried they're going to leave their webcam switched on for us, Tony. Nobody else can see it, but anyway, no, they've gone now. But what a great story. They're a fantastic couple, just like everybody else that buys here, and it is so amazing to when things like this happen and when people sort of change their lives. It's already amazing when people come out and just spend time here and hear how blown away they are by this area, because it makes us. Obviously, we know what it's like here. I plug it often enough, but when people come out and say, you were right, this place is amazing, it's such a good feeling for us. And then when people move out and become part of this area, it's just, yeah, it's really special. It's great that we get to be part of all that as well. Okay, question time. If anybody's got any questions, Tony, keep a lookout for the questions. Remember, this is the Q&A part of the show. We've got about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to bring Tony on to do his new Italian lessons. But if anybody has got any questions, let us know now, and then at least I can give you some answers. I will say that I have had a number of questions. Again, people saying about buying a car in Italy, and do I have to be a resident? And me and Tony had a laugh about this because it comes up all the time. So many people say it. Thank you, Mark, for that. Mark and Nada for Silvana is she loves dealing with utility companies. But yeah, anybody that is wanting to buy a car in Italy, you must be a resident first. You don't have to be Italian. You don't have to be a citizen. You need to be a resident. And even if you're Italian, but you don't live here, you don't have residency here in Italy, you can't buy a car. You must have residency before you can buy a car. So just to let people know that. It comes up all the time, but it's really important that you know that. Let's just have a look. Tony, have you got any questions? Any questions coming in? No? Well, that's another successful Q&A.
Everybody's quiet.
Everybody's quiet.
Oh, wait a minute.
Is anybody actually watching? We're on the March tour. Are we going to get an invite on WhatsApp? We aren't on Patreon, thanks. Yes, don't worry. If you're on the March tour, we're going to be getting in touch with people. Sorry, let me just get rid of you, Tom. We're going to be contacting people next week. I think it's next week. Yeah, it's a month before usually. So next week we will be in touch with everybody that is on the March tour. Don't worry, we haven't forgot about you. Everything's going ahead. And what will happen is you will get an email from us. So look out for emails. Look in your spam box as well, just in case it goes into there. Once we've heard back from everybody and everybody's confirmed that they're still coming and all the rest of it, we'll give a little description of what's going to be happening on there. But once everybody is confirmed they're coming, which usually takes a few days after the email goes out, we then open the WhatsApp group and then people can start chatting on that. And obviously, we'll then give updates. I usually put a couple of videos on there or a few vocal messages on there, just letting you know what's happening. Frosh Photo, any news on the English language driver test? Not as yet. No, it's the law is, I don't think it's necessarily what there was talk of was not necessarily an English language test. There was talk of it becoming easier by not having to do a test at all, but it's not at that stage at all anyway. Not that I know of anyway, but there was talk before to make things easier for people coming into Italy to just be able to switch their licenses over. Obviously in Europe that can happen, and also in the UK that can happen, but everybody else has to go through the tests and things. So there was talk on that. Whether it happens, we've still not heard anything, but hopefully, I'm sure something will happen. There were a few stirs a month ago or so where it was brought up again in the European Parliament. So you just got to wait for it to go through these ridiculous processes that they like to go through. Lindy Lou looking good, Tony. I've got no words to that. I mean, this is the kind, he just likes to find ones where people mention his name and just put it on there. Okay, so David Salve from Palombaro. Hopefully you guys are going to be meet the home buyers soon as well. Fingers crossed. Let's see what happens. Okay, guys. So what we're going to do? Carta d'Identità was tricked for us to buy a car. Okay, but again, you're a resident as well, aren't you? So that's the thing. You've got to go through the process to get the car. So don't just think you can come over, buy a holiday home, and buy a car, because it doesn't work like that. Okay. Does residency have a month or year requirement? No. Residency means that you're resident, that you're here, and you have to stay. You have to be here. So you have to you change all your taxes. Everything comes over into your residency in Italy. So you can't just sort of get like a part residency and buy a car and then not be resident, because it just doesn't work like that. And if you got long-term residency and you bought yourself a car and then you decided to move back to wherever, then you wouldn't be allowed to keep the car. So that's the way all of that works. Okay, I think it's Dave. If I move over with my EU citizen wife and apply to stay on a spousal visa, would I be able to buy a car? Okay, again, the main thing is you can get your residency. Again, it's all down to residence. The fact that your wife is an EU citizen doesn't change anything. It's all about the residency. So because your wife's an EU citizen, then you should be able to also become a resident of this country, because your wife, you can do it through your wife and you can do it through your children as well, is a resident within Europe. So you can become a resident. You don't have to go through all the visa, the permesso di soggiorno and all that kind of thing. You do go through a slightly different, what's the word I'm looking for? A slightly different, I can't get my word up. You know what I'm trying to say. I can hear everybody saying it. I'm forgetting my words. What am I trying to say? A slightly different, he's gone off. Route. That'll do. Wasn't the word I was thinking of, but there you go. But yeah, slightly different route to getting where you need to be. But you'll be able to do it. But you still have to be a resident before you can buy a car. Once you become a resident, you can buy a car with no problem at all, because the car has to be registered to somebody who's a resident in Italy, with your address and everything else. So that's the way that works. Okay, so it's that time. It is that time. Yes. Are we ready? Are we ready for, it's got its new name. Get the car is 3 steps. Get long stay visa, get permesso. I was just reading that, Tom. I was just going to do that before the... Get the car is 3 steps. Get long stay visas, get permesso, get your carta d'identità, then get your car. There you go. Thank you very much, Mark. Okay, so it's time for Tony's Italian lessons.
Me again.
Are you ready for this?
Oh, I'm always ready, David.
We've got 5 minutes. So we're not looking at any more questions now. If
actually, we're doing quite good for a change.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm on time.
Yeah, it's because you've not been yakking as long as you normally do.
Yeah, there is that, and also the fact that the Q&A sessions, people like them, but just don't ask any questions. So it's So
Yeah,
it's just
they just don't get it, do they? Some
I don't know what it is. I don't know whether maybe I should start and write questions and answers, or just questions. And that's it. Maybe we need to explain this one a little bit more. Thank God that Vivian and Dennis came on. Otherwise, this was going to be a huge flop. Okay, talking of huge flops, Tone, it's your turn. So
You do the Italian bit again.
yeah, do the Italian bit. Read it out in Italian. So remember, everybody, this is. Let me get the chats up so I can see who gets it right. So this is a horror film, ladies and gentlemen. So Tony's going to read it all in Italian, and then he's going to start explaining, and and see if anybody gets it then. Okay, go for it.
Ho incontrato questo bambino di 6 anni con un viso viotto, pallido e privo di emozioni e gli occhi più neri del mondo, gli occhi del diavolo. Ho capito che viveva dietro gli occhi di quel bambino era puramente e semplicemente il male.
Not bad. Your first attempt was better.
Yeah,
Right, so nobody's guessing. You can guess now. If anybody wants to guess it now, I'll give you 10 seconds just to see if anybody could get it, and then we're going to go on to. Then he's going to start explaining it. Okay, so the 10 seconds is nearly up. Right then, Tony, let's break this down for everybody.
right.
So the first part, no, it's not The Omen. I knew people were going to say The Omen. That's why I chose this particular. Somebody's put Chucky. No,
Okay.
not Chucky. That's Tony. Okay, so let's break it down. Ho incontrato questo bambino di 6 anni. What does that mean?
I have incontrato something this baby,
Okay.
baby boy of who is of 6 years.
Okay. So ho incontrato means that you met.
Oh right. Oh,
I've
okay.
met this baby.
I met this
of six.
baby boy
And then it says con un viso vuoto.
with a viso vuoto. I don't know viso vuoto.
So viso is a face, vuoto is empty. So it's like a
Empty.
empty expression, if you want.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Pallido.
Pallido e privo. Don't know.
Pallido e privo di emozione.
With something with emotion.
Right. So it's
Oh,
pale.
no emotion.
Pallido is pale. E privo di
pale.
emozione, which basically means with no
Emotion.
with like no expression, no emotion.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
met a baby of 6 years old with a face that's just we don't like an empty expression, pale
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
lack of emotion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody still get it. Benjamin.
Every
Somebody's got it. Well done, Maurizio. Oh, he's Italian. He's definitely Italian. But I mean, to be fair, I don't even know how any Italians understood that. But anyway, Maurizio, we've had Hellboy, we've had Benjamin Button, we've had Rosemary's Baby. But no, that is right, Maurizio. Halloween.
What's Rosemary's Baby? Never even heard of that one.
Yeah, no, it is a horror film, I think. Rosemary's.
Is
Yeah, I think so.
The Doll. Never heard of that one either.
But Halloween is the correct one. So, Tony, just for all those that are thinking, no, I wanted to understand, what does gli occhi più neri del mondo?
With more black eyes of the world, or black eyes in the world.
Can you not try and sort of imagine? So with the blackest eyes,
Yeah, blackish
in the world.
Neri is
Or Villafranca said it's my life story. And then it says gli occhi
eyes of the devil.
Yeah, the eyes of the devil. Ok. Ho capito che ciò che vivevo dietro gli occhi di quel bambino era puramente e semplicemente il male.
I understand what Ciao. I don't know ciao.
I understood that what was behind those babies' eyes
Oh,
was
okay.
pure and simple. What's il male?
All right. Yeah.
What's that?
Puramente, semplicemente.
What's il
Yeah.
male?
Mali bad. Bad.
In this case, il male is evil.
Evil. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But Mali's usually bad, isn't it?
Well, male is also when
Can
you're not
be.
well.
Yeah.
But in this case, il male is evil.
Oh, okay.
All right. Have you understood that?
Yeah.
Have you got that now? It's sunk in.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
tomorrow,
Well,
when
for the
you're-
next 5 minutes, it's there.
when you're out and about somewhere on the streets tomorrow, I want you to recite all of that to somebody. Just stop some take a
Just
video.
random
Just stop some
Italian.
random person. They have to be over 70. And I want you to video it. This could be a new channel. I want you to video it. We're going to set it every week. We're going to set you a task. You've got to video it. Somebody over 70 is this week's.
I'll tell you what, we were with Domenico a while ago, and this old chap walked by, and you couldn't. Even Dom was stood there thinking, "I haven't got a clue what you're going on about," and he was Italian.
Well, we need.
If you don't, I have no chance.
Well, we need to find somebody like that. In fact, no, I'm going to say over 80. And sorry to all the people over 80. I'm not being sort of nasty, but I just want to try and get somebody of a certain age to try and understand what Tony is going to say. Video it, and then we'll show it on here next week. That's your
That's my test.
that's your test for this week. Okay, thanks very much, sir. We'll see you. Catch you later.
See you later, boy.
See you soon. There you go, folks. That was a bit of fun, wasn't it? I hope so. Hopefully, we'll get Domenico as well back next week. But he was his son plays football, and unfortunately, they've moved the times around again. But hopefully, is going to be back from next week. We'll see. We'll see what happens. If not, then you're stuck with Tony until I find somebody else that's going to do the Italian side, which I'm sure we'll find somebody. Okay, so we'll see you again next week. Not sure what I'm going to be doing. If anybody's got any ideas of the kind of shows they would like us to do, we used to obviously do some serious stuff. We used to do planning your budget and things like that. But since we do prices that are all inclusive of everything now, people have not sort of asked for those kind of live streams. But if there's some subjects that maybe we've not done for a while that you would like to hear again, then please do let us know. Send me an email to info@ahomeinitality.com. I do really like as much input from you guys as possible, because it's at the end of the day, this is here. This is for you to understand and learn things about over here. I know everybody loves to meet the home buyers and all the rest of it. The Q&As, joking aside, obviously people do have questions, but there's a lot less than what they used to be, which is good. I'm quite happy that people are comfortable with everything. But do let me know if you want us to do some sort of specific subject, and we'll definitely start to include some of them. Can you give us an update on your pool? I started watching that series. I've got the next. I need to put the third one on, which I will do. I'll get that done in the next week or so, and then we got to a certain stage before Christmas, and then we've left everything until the ground settles, which you'll understand when you see the third video. We'll definitely get that done and put that on, because we're going to start showing videos on a Wednesday as well, starting from March, which is next month. So yeah, I'll aim to get that put on there, possibly for next Wednesday. And we're going to have some rental videos and things like that to give you an update. And the builders then start back actually tomorrow. So yeah, it's at a good place. But I will put a video on so everybody knows. Best cafes in each town. They're all great things. It's just something that we can fill a show with. If we can, have some subjects that people would like us to cover. But yeah, send it, any ideas you've got, send it to the info@ahomeinitality.com. That is my email. So I don't answer it all the time, but the vast majority of times I do answer emails that come in from there. So any ideas you've got would be really welcome. Okay, guys. So we'll see you again next Wednesday. Have a fantastic week. Remember to have a look at Patreon as well, because there's some great stuff coming out on Patreon. We have got some fantastic properties coming up, and obviously the tours and everything else. So we'll see you same time next week. I'll decide on a subject that we're going to talk next week in the next few days. It could be another Meet the Home Buyers, but we'll have a look. Okay, remember photographs as well. Send me some stunning photos. That's always great. Have a fantastic week. Thank you so much for your support as usual, and we'll see you next Wednesday at 7 p.m.